Let's move on. It's about that time for Wellness Wednesday.
Ladies, we're on top. Hey, we're on top. Hey.
BOBOBO in full body odor. I do not know how to tell you this. We can smell ya, okay? We can smell you. And it's not just like body odor, like armpits and sweat. No, sometimes it's just your breath. It's stank. And I am very paranoid about having bad breath. I feel like every time I'm talking to Turi when she's really close to my face, I'm like, is my breath stinky? Like, can you smell bad breath out of me? And she's just like, you're making me uncomfortable by asking me this because really it's uncomfortable. But I am so paranoid about having bad breath that I would rather you tell me and then I can manage the situation. Like if you tell me I have bad breath, I'm going to drink water and chew some gum, you know, as opposed to you suffering with my hot breath. Have you ever spoken to someone who's this close to you and they just have hot stank breath, you know? And you really just want to, and then additional, they keep spitting at you. You know those people who speak with spit? I just know. You need to tell people. Like, you need to tell people. However, there are ways of telling people that are a little bit more polite. I, I wonder what your view is with regards to, like, body odor, especially when it's personal body odor.
You know, like in the workplace, this is not your friend, this is not your relative,
They
this
ain't
is
your
your
mama.
colleague. And even though you may be friendly, at the end of the day, you still have to work with them. You know, friends, you can joke around, you can say, hey, by the way, you need to get that looked at. But it's more sensitive when it's the workplace because I don't know you like that. You also don't know me like that. So I feel like, first and foremost, approach the situation with a lot of compassion. Yes, you're going to be very clear about what we're talking about, but you're also going to be very compassionate. You don't want to call out your colleague in front of other people and embarrass them, even if everyone knows and everyone is in on how badly it smells in the office. Just pull them aside and say, hey, I hope you know that I'm not trying to bully you, I'm not trying to be mean to you, and this is coming from a place of concern, but I have noticed that, ooh, it's a bit musty. Like, what's going on? Is there a way I can help you? Is it deo? Because deodorant is expensive. You know, they don't tell you these things. Unaingia supermarket unapata ako kadogo hivi ni 570. Like, what do you mean? And honestly, if I've just started working, I have to think about fare, I have to think about food. So just be very compassionate. If you can help them without making it a big deal. Say you show up to the office with Febreze and cans of deodorant and give them to the...
That passive aggressive way of doing it, yeah.
Don't do that. If you actually genuinely want to help them, help them.
Yeah.
If not, keep quiet.
Yeah, Turi mentioned two things, compassion and how you tell them, and choosing the right place and time to tell them as well. Like, you need to be very, very keen on those two things. But in addition to that, just the reassurance and normalization of it. Like, because I remember someone said this, I don't know whether it was Oprah, when she said that they were really, really dirt poor, and they used to have to dry their clothes in the winter in the oven where they would cook food. So if you dry your clothes like in a place where there's food, in fact, if your clothes are next to where you cook food, especially if you cook really fragrant food, omena or anything with like super flavor, very spicy flavor, it's going to seep into your clothes. It just is what it is. That's the reality of things. So it's important for you to tell, to try and empathize by telling them stories like that. Like, I understand this could be the situation, or like, is there something specific that's happening with you? Or it's been raining and they only have 2 jackets, right? It's been raining for 2 weeks for Lulizo, okay? They have 2 jackets. What are they going to do? They either wash it, it doesn't dry, it has that funk. You know that funk of like mildewy funk, yeah? It could be that, or their clothes have that smell because their clothes are not fully drying simply because they don't have enough to keep changing. So these are questions of, oh yeah, that I get that. How am I assisting though? Is another question. Like, I get that. I have an extra jacket, I can give it to you. You know, you have to be somewhat helpful. Or Turi said, ask them if they need deodorant. You know, ask them if they can bring their clothes for you to do lawn. No, that's too much. Help where you can. Right? If you can take their clothes to laundry, get them done properly at a laundromat, that's perfect. It's not that expensive. It is expensive, but depends on how much input you want to be involved with this situation. But like, try and reassure them that they're not the only person who's done this. Like, oh, this happened to me this time ago, or this happened to me before, or this has happened before. Just to help them understand that it is not like an isolated issue of just them being stank. It is a thing that happens. However, what are you helping them with? Assist, right?
Yeah, and also just avoid personal boundaries, because the people just don't want to talk about it, and respect that. And trust me, people are very aware of what's going on. If maybe today I was in a rush in the morning and I forgot to apply deodorant, now obviously nimekuwa kwa matatu, I've been running after a bus, so by the time it's midday, I'm a bit musky, you know, and not because I did not or I'm doing it on purpose, but simply because I forgot. And I am very aware of this. I'm very aware. In fact, I've been sniff testing. I've been going to the washroom to do this like a few times. So I'm very aware, and it makes absolutely no sense when you just pop in and say, hey, you need to fix that. Trust me, we are aware. There are people who are not aware.
Yeah.
And that is the only time you step in. But if it's like a one-time thing, like, calm down, like, simmer down. Don't be in such a rush to call people out at the slightest sign of imperfection. Like, one day you came in and maybe, you know, like a tear had happened, and unajua kwa basi ukishuka ikakushika, you know the way buses are, the metal is over here bent, ikashika nguo yako ikararuka, and you're like, oh damn. You make it to work and your colleague just makes it a point to point it out,
To bring it up.
why are you wearing torn clothes? Like, what happened? Is that normal? Did you see it? You've just seen it now, blah, blah, blah. Like, simmer down. Like, calm down.
Yeah, and in some cases, it just is not in your position to do it. So get the resource manager. Watu wa HR, kazi yenyu inakuanga hapa sasa sometimes. If it's become an issue where it's now, because like, woo, cha, the people who just stank, you know, and it just, you can feel it right here, and you start getting migraine every day. You come to work, it's just migraine. This person's breath is stank, their sweat is sharp. You can't do it anymore. Just go and speak to the people in charge, HR or managers or a supervisor. Let them know, hey, please, can you let them know to, I don't know, sort out their personal hygiene. Like, you know, those people who, even when they're walking with there's a difference. There's a stink that is just, okay, if I remove my shoe, my foot will stink because it's been a sweaty day, right? But the people who then, it's a thing of, even when they're walking with their shoes fully worn, the legs smell. You can smell it. Those could be many issues. Could be a fungal infection. It could just be that they wore dirty socks over and over and over again, and they haven't cleaned. Long story short, if it becomes a persistent issue, get management involved. Get people who are above you to sort it out, because sometimes you're just not brave enough to say it. It can hurt, okay? So please. And those things never go away. Like when you tell someone this particular thing about them smelling, it will never go away. I remember Jackie Aina, a very popular YouTuber. She used to have BO, like her body just, it didn't help. And now look at her. She has a line of perfumes and fragrances and all. She just looks like she smells good, you know? But it's because of personal experience of her being bullied as a kid because of her smell, how much she sweat, and the way it smelled. Like, she just smelled bad. It's not her fault. She has a condition, but people don't know this. So just be mindful of this. Let it be someone else's problem if you can, right? Let someone else, not you, personally attack them, I think. Because it's hard. It's hard to talk about these things. Yeah.
True.
Yes, sir.
That is all. That was our show. We hope you loved it. And we'll see you tomorrow.
Absolutely. Please take a shower in the morning, in the evening if you can. Carry a small deodorant if you can. Not shampoo. Beba, okay? But also perfume, guys. We need to talk about that as well. Not every perfume is good. Okay, please, don't kill us. Don't kill us. We know you have perfume, but relax, my darling. They're just, perfumes are very pungent. They're very abrasive. Please be mindful of those as well. Moving on. See you tomorrow.
Impression. Far